At that point, the rain that's denied us any live tennis since around about 10 to 1 this afternoon wasn't too far away. But it's been dry for about 45 minutes. We've even had a thin sort of sunshine across the All England club. And although the outside courts take a little bit longer to re-prepare after weather like this, they're set to go in #1 court in the foreground and in centre court in the background. And in centre court, well, it's alive with anticipation for Henman and Rafter, which follows the completion of this match between Pete Sampras, the defending champion, and Thomas Enqvuist. Sampras leading 2-0 4-all in the third when the rains came. And we can rejoin our commentators, Mark Cox and Julian Tal.
Quite right, Steve. There's a tremendous air of anticipation in centre court, which is now full. It wasn't when these two started earlier on today. Well, they restarted. But clearly, even the Royal Box is pretty full in anticipation of Tim Henman's arrival, which may not be too far away.
2 minutes, gentlemen.
I feel a little bit sorry for Thomas Enqvuist practicing his serves at this end. He was getting himself into the match. He really threatened Sampras' serve in this third set, particularly in the sixth game when he had 3 break points. And it's that much more difficult for him so close to losing, having to come back again after over 2.5 hours in the dressing room. And Pete Sampras, of course, will be very keen in this third set, which is going with serve so far, to get an early break.
No, you're absolutely right. This man in the picture was starting to play really well, and the area of the game which we noted needed to be improved was the return of serve, and he suddenly caught fire and started to really put some pressure on Pete Sampras. But these sort of matches are awkward for both parties, because very quickly this match could take on a different light altogether. If Enqvuist could serve well the first game, get a quick break, suddenly we're into the fourth set. On the other hand, he could be over in 8 or 10 points if Sampras plays well. So 4-all, third set. Only 2 breaks of serve, and those were for Sampras, and a good, solid, consistent performance. We've seen from Sampras the high quality serving for which he's world renowned, some 24 aces, playing very economically, effectively. Interestingly, when he has been under pressure, he's just been able to raise his game that little notch to keep control.
Mark, he was talking at the end of last week. He's such an easygoing and charming, pleasant character off the court, but he was talking about how on the court you have to be absolutely cutthroat, and some fairly vivid imagery about taking the heart out of your opponent and squeezing every drop of blood out of it. And fairly ruthless stuff.
Well, I suppose it's when Sampras was serving before the play was terminated, the 3 break points that he served three aces, so that certainly took a little bit of heart out of Enqvuist. So to that extent, maybe the break might favour the Swede. But I think it's true to say he is must be a very difficult player to play, because you work hard to get into a winning position, and all of a sudden a couple of marvellous shots, particularly on the serve, evaporate that lead so quickly.
We've just been sitting here watching them warming up, and he is such a magnificent ball striker, isn't he? I mean, every shot is close to perfection.
Yes, and the ball that we've remarked about the ball bouncing, or seemingly to bounce quite low, but every ball coming out of the middle of the racket.
Four games all, third set. Enqvuist to serve.
So both of them have got to get straight into it.
15 love. Love.
Umpire Jeremy Shale is having to take evasive action.
Oh! 40 love. Enqvist leads 5 games to 4, third set. Sampras leads 2 sets to love.
Well, we've talked about Sampras's serve, but that was a very fine opening game by Enqvist. And the sound on the centre court is because they have this program where the officials are changed, and after the first game there is the change of officials. But an excellent game by Enqvist, and finished off for that on that last point. But good serving. That's a second serve. The second serve that was hit very hard, and good backup play by Enqvist from the net. Sound play. So a little bit of pressure here for Sampras. 4-5.
Love.
Doesn't matter whether it's first or second serve to Sampras.
Love.
There's also a low-flying pigeon which is causing some stir in the crowd.
40 love.
No problem for Sampras there.
Game's up. Five games all, third set.
Just look at the difference. Both men winning a high percentage of first service points, but so much better for Sampras on second serve. So Enqvist very keen to get the first serve in.
Well, a little bit of fortune for Sampras. It was an acute angled shot. It was low over the net, so low, just clips the top of the net for a dead net cord.
All.
He'll be irritated by that after a wonderful return of serve. And this pigeon's becoming a bit irritating too. He was giving such an exhibition there.
30-15. All.
Some absolutely superb shot making from both men, Sampras in particular, but Enqvist moving around the court pretty quickly.
40-30.
Very brave second serve. He knew it needed to be a good one.
Enqvist leads 6 games to 5, third set. Sampras leads 2 sets to love.
Mark, both men have come out after that long gap, playing some extremely good tennis.
Yes, hasn't affected their play at all. In fact, from Enqvist's point of view, arguably he's serving much better than he was before the interval. Looking very confident, he's going for his shots. I suppose, of course, when you're 2 sets to love down and very much almost mentally out of the match, you can just relax, go for your shots and be uninhibited, and that's exactly what he's doing at this point in time. And he's assured himself of being in the tiebreak, which of course which will enable him to really perhaps pounce on Sampras's serve if he can get his racket onto it. I mean, that's the problem with Sampras's serve, is he hits not only with power but he places it so well. That last service game is from Sampras with 3 aces and a service winner. But it's games such as this that that most players tend to perhaps become a little tentative, apprehensive. 5-6. Takes advantage of the second serve here. It's a good low return and places his feet beautifully, moves forward inside the baseline and drills that backhand cross court.
Oh, just long.
15 all.
Didn't have much time to think about that one.
Are really going for his shots, and that one fractionally out. Good eye. And receiving this serve, he moves forwards, he's inside the baseline. Short swing. Directs the ball down the line. 15-30.
Oh, that's just sensational.
Well, the best game of the match from Enqvist's point of view. He's been far more aggressive on the return. Takes that ball almost on the half volley. Very early strike, this. Gives him 2 set points.
And he's certainly missed a few first serves in this game. Oh, so unlucky.
Well, this is a good return, but the volley was Sampras at his best, despite the little slip. Still set point.
Extraordinary number of missed first serves.
Deuce.
Oh.
Advantage, Enqvist.
Well, 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 they switched off the magic eye a bit earlier on. It's down to human eye now. I think it was long. It's a third set point for Enqvist. Well, that looked a pretty close one.
Deuce.
Big serve. Very difficult for umpire Jeremy Scholes to overrule any of those calls. "113 miles an hour" that second serve was.
Well, this is a brilliant return, forcing the half volley, but this ball was short enough and awkward enough and didn't bounce quite high enough for that type of shot. Coming from underneath the ball with the topspin on the backhand, it was almost bound to go in the net. So Sampras saves 3 set points on that last service game.
(1-0) Sampras. Sampras.
Not quite his fastest. 133 is his fastest, but plenty quick enough.
Oh!
2-1 Sampras.
Well, it's a good return, direct down the line. That half volley comes off the top of the frame, but it's still in play. Sampras has to move forwards, and a second chance there for Enqvist, but right into the comfort zone for Sampras.
Sampras.
So the #1 seed, defending champion, just with his nose in front in the tiebreak. Playing now in perfect conditions, hardly a breath of wind, a watery sun, good temperature.
5-2 Sampras.
And the heat now really on Thomas Enqvist, the 24-year-old Swede, ranked 17 in the world. Got to hang on to his 2 serves now.
6-2, Sampras.
Enqvist has fought so hard, but 4 match points for the defending champion.
(6-3), Sampras.
He even has to worry about the sun in his eyes now. Match point.
Unlucky. Game, set, match, Sampras. 3 sets to love. 6-3, 7-6, 7-6.
A little pump of the fist from Sampras as he looked up to his coach Paul Annacone, already leaving, and rich applause from a packed centre court who have enjoyed a tremendous demonstration of brilliant all-court tennis from both men.
So Pete Sampras goes through, and most of that centre court crowd will now remain in their places because it's Tim Henman against Pat Rafter next, a match to savour for more reasons than just the British point of view. It promises to be a classic between